Ba-ba-da-ba. Okay, that's a little too loud in my ears. And of course, gotta open up this so I can pop the chat out here. Because for some absolutely unknown fucking reason, multi-stream chat does not want to pick up TikTok. And I don't know why. Alright, let's turn on the controller and hope to God VRC doesn't randomly decide to poop out on me. That would be unpleasant. Yeah, fuck it. Let's do something. Start old. And I chucked the game all the way out through the goddamn console wall. Let's and just because I just feel like chilling out and doing whatever today. We're just gonna like some days you just want to relax, kick back. Let's pretend I have a game genie. Where, oh where? Oh, that's Rumbles. Is this it? Yes? Yes, no, maybe so. Yep. Hey Garg, how you doing this morning? Afternoon? God, the fucking sound engineers at Sunsoft really knew what they were doing. I wonder if there's a vinyl of this soundtrack. There probably is. Like, I would definitely get a vinyl of this album if I could find one. It's like, why not? I did it for fucking Dark Souls and actually several games. Dark Souls, Diablo 2, I think it was. Resident Evil 3, Metal Gear Solid. Actually, I think I think it's Snake Eater that I have the soundtrack to on vinyl. Go! Fun fact, this was actually one of the first NES games that I owned as a kid. Granted, it wasn't one of the first games that I bought for myself. I believe it was bought for me and my stepbrothers. The first 3 games that I ever bought for myself, and I recall them with distinct clarity. It's like it was Super Mario Brothers 3, The Rocketeer, and fucking Metroid. God, that game drove me up a fucking wall. It's like I didn't hate the game, not in the slightest. It was just... Younger me was an absolute brainlet and unable to understand puzzles. the hilarity is, older me is no better. Did I ever mention I hate this boss? Because even fucking Invincible, it's still a goddamn pain in the ass because of how they fucking designed it. Where did my... Oh, there it is. I was gonna say, it's like, where'd my ginger ale go? Ah. Ay, ay, ay. Fucking reject Battletoad. I like to think that Batman is like one of those games in the NES library that doesn't so much have a difficulty spike as it does a difficulty, like, cliff. It's like the cliff is just insurmountable unless you have played this game, like, to the point where you could do it blindfolded. Which, ain't me. Which is why I fucking cheat. Not only that, it's like... Right now, I'm just trying to unwind after fucking doing a shitload of housework, so I'm just kind of like, meh. That and being pissed off at FedEx for fucking me over again. You know, it's like, I should have had my Lord Invoker fucking yesterday, but no. I should have had it the day before yesterday, but no. Look, you little fucking mouser wannabe. It's like every day I have gotten a goddamn text message from FedEx saying, it's like, oh, we're sorry, but your package has been delayed until tomorrow. And then this morning, we're sorry, your package has been delayed till tomorrow. And I'm like, motherfucker, if it isn't on my porch tomorrow, I'm gonna come down to the FedEx home office and I'm gonna fucking lace my boots up and fucking kick your ass. It's like there gets to be a point where it's like, how the fuck do you manage to keep your job being this fucking incompetent? Then again, I've asked that question of many people I've encountered in my life. God fucking damn it. No, 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 no. Remember when Batman fought a fuck-off fucking mech? Or some weird motherfucker with a giant power claw who's using Anchor's ability from Dr. Wily's Revenge? Hi, Lewin. You have a beer? Well, you have ginger beer, I have ginger ale mixed with a little bit of cranberry juice. It's like something, power of ginger to save an upset stomach. The difference between ginger beer and root beer, probably the type of root used. That'd be my assumption anyway. Like I said, the type of route that is used, you're gonna get sloshed. Yes. How about no? Okay, then use your own fucking debit card. I ain't got money. God fucking damn it. It's like I may be invincible, but fucking getting back to where I was is still a pain in the ass. Shit. I'm okay. Oh my god, will you fucking die? Goddamn bullet sponge. God, you ever just want to fucking stop caring and just brute force something just to get it over with? B-dubs is overpriced. Eating gummies they deliver to your house. Like, just get this done and over with. Like, I'm actually gonna have to watch somebody legitimately beat this fucking boss, because... like, I look at it, and the more I do, the more I get pissed. Everybody remembers the part of Batman when fucking the Joker calls down literal fucking lightning, right? it does kind of suck that there is no, like, final battle music. It's just standard boss theme music. That and the fact that the ending the ending of the game basically just depicts Batman as a straight up fucking cold-blooded killer. As he just hurls the fucking Joker off the top of the fucking clock tower. It's like, goodbye, motherfucker. Thank you, Sunsoft. Very cool. Oh shit, I didn't mean to fucking jump directly into my own goddamn bomb. God damn it. Damn it! It's like, I like sour foods. I wasn't aware. I didn't know you didn't like sour, Lewin. Sour is the devil. Thankfully, I have the fucking earmuffs, which makes me immune to the Fratelli fucking singing attack. God damn it! Funny that you mentioned the blue guy being evil. Motherfucker. A health tonic, a kid.
Hydrate, you bastard! Hydrate!
I've been hydrating. sit some alk. I don't know if my stomach could handle alk at the moment. Oh shit. Sterilize it. What's gone? Yeah, a lot of the toku sites went down because people couldn't keep their fucking mouth shut. It's like I posted a whole ass video on it fucking yesterday, I think it was. It's like the first fucking rule of Fight Club. And this is like one of the fucking, this is Piracy 101. If you find a website that you use with frequency that actually provides a good service, you don't fucking talk about it. It's like, you keep your fucking mouth shut. It's like, if you're gonna share that information, you share it with people on private messages. And it's funny because people will sit there and be like, oh, but, Toei doesn't even know that we exist. It's like, no, they know. They well know we exist. They just want to do everything in their power to make it almost impossible for us to watch their content legally. And I'll say what I've said and I'll always say. Anytime any sort of site goes down, don't lose spirit, don't lose heart. It's only a matter of time before its replacement shows up. Because the thing about piracy is that it is a hydra. It's like, piracy is very much a hydra situation. Every time they try to take down one website, 3 more will pop up in its place. You just gotta be patient. It's like, do I still know of locations where you can watch this stuff? I mean, kind of, yes and no. Am I going to publicly announce it out loud? No. No, this is not YY World, this is Goonies. as should be apparent by, you know, the 8-bit rendition of Cindy's The Goonies Are Good Enough. Sir, I need a website announcing where I can watch it right now. You can watch it right up my fucking ass. Bite that, boy, I got popcorn. Of course you'd take that as a fucking invitation. No, the problem is right now it's like you're not going to be able to find the shows streaming. At least not for free. You may find downloaders, but you know, that is another... Yeah, fuck, I'm gonna run out of time. But it's like that's a totally different ball of wax on its own. Oh, it's not fair. What? As a fruit whore, Apple Boy, would you... Apple Boy? Apple Boy? What the fuck does that mean? What does that mean? Oh, Apple, duh. Would you ever consider a flip phone if Apple ever came out with one? No. Like, just plain and simple, no. Because I only replace my phone when I need to, and knowing Apple, they would find a way to make it overpriced as fuck. Flip phones are retro. Look, I've said this a million times. I may be into all things retro, but I'm not going to allow a corporation to bait me with nostalgia in order to try to get me to buy a product. It's the same reason why I'm not getting a Switch 2, despite the fact that everybody's like, oh, but Ocarina of Time. I'm like, yeah, and I'm not a sheep. How about an Apple rotary phone? I'm sorry, but if we ever do that, fucking like everything old is new again, I'm just gonna be like, you know what? I've had enough. I'm going off the grid. Like at that point, it's just kind of like, you know, maybe shit has kind of gone a little too far. You want an Apple flip? sounds like, honestly, an apple flip kind of sounds like a cocktail, like a girly drink. Call it the apple turnover. So there was a game that somebody mentioned in my comments recently. I mean, they gave it the wrong name, but it brought it back to my mind as it was a weird game. A really weird game. The fact that they were able to put this on the fucking Game Boy Advance was both a miracle and a curse in and of itself. So let's pick up the old Game Boy Advance here. So this game was originally made for the Xbox and the PS2. And the mechanics that it incorporated... The mechanics that it would incorporate would inspire future games down the road like Gears of War. What the fuck is zombie mode? DSI, that's not a good sign. Okay, I think I understand why it's called zombie mode now. What's funny is when the person who commented about this game left their comment about it, they called it Kill Switch Engaged, and I'm like, that's a band. Like, I know what game you're talking about, but that's a band. I don't know, it's just kind of crazy to me that this game, like, functions as well as it does for the Game Boy Advance, you know? Hello. This is Kill Switch on the Game Boy Advance. I would play its Xbox port, but unfortunately, Zemu does not really like it that much, and after, like, so deep into the first mission, it starts to experience horrible fucking FPS crawl. Some lunatic has been working on porting Mario 64 to Game Boy Advance. Oh my god. Let's turn that off before it gives me a fucking aneurysm. Oh, thank you for the follow, Caden. Let's get rid of Kill Switch before it gets rid of my brain cells. You know what? Let's go with something classic. Oh, we don't like that. We're gonna go. Just annihilate that cheddar right out the fucking gate. And the moment you show that you're a bot, you get shown the door. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, note to self, I need to ban the term fucking stream boo. Ban the word calm. I mean, you're not wrong. I think after, or HTTP, I think I have banned like a lot of those. I'd have to check. But no, I think after, whoops, after a little bit more of this, I might switch over to Dead by Daylight just to see about getting a few nurse rounds in. Like, I'm gonna suck, but it's better to at least try and practice before losing all my fucking skill at all. Does this just have a sound test mode? Please tell me this just has a sound test mode. Like, if there is just a sound test for Plock, I want to know. Oh, god damn it. I think I overshot. Okay, there was select for options. You gotta be fucking kidding me. There's no goddamn sound fucking... Hang on. I need to see if there's a goddamn... like a fucking... There's a word I'm looking for here. Let's see. I don't want to know about warping to levels. Okay, so there is no sound select or anything like that. That's unfortunate. Because fucking Plock has one of the best fucking boss themes in gaming, in my personal opinion. Where is it? Where are you? SM. That's, or no, SU. ST, SU, there we go. SU, Super B, Super C, Super D, Super D's nuts, Super M, there we go. No, you are not banned yet, Lewin. It's funny to me how quickly, if you really were motivated to do so, and you didn't really give a fuck about completion whatsoever, just how fast it is to beat Super Mario World. Limzard. I went through the wrong door. I went through the wrongest door. But it's fine. I don't need fucking full power up to get through this. Lewin, you need to be studied. As a term of endearment, you are a creature, and I love you for that. That's gay. Ah, shit, I fucked that up. Like, we're gonna keep that Mecha Koopa around. And I completely fucked it up. Oh my fucking Christ! You gotta be fucking kidding me. Okay, fine. Fuck it. Fuck it, we ball. I didn't fuck up that time. Come on, spit him out. Not gonna lie, that iPhone Fold concept looks terrible. If it's real, that's terrible. Personally, I'm kind of tired of all these fucking smartphones trying to do the whole entire fold thing. Like, to me, it feels kind of like, words. There are words. Oof. I don't know. Like, it feels like these corporations are trying to bank too hard on nostalgia. The problem is that they're trying to bank on the concept of nostalgia to a generation that never understood why those things would be nostalgic in the first place. Now speedrun it. Yeah, no, that ain't gonna happen. My ass is the furthest thing from a speedrunner. Unless they had a any percent cheats included, then yeah, no. I ain't no fucking speedrunner. The only thing I speedrun is clocking out when my workday is over, because I don't want my fucking manager to be like, oh, one more thing. It's like, one more thing. No, nope. I am clocked out. Fuck you. I'm leaving. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm an old man. Leave me alone. Oh my god. Honestly, I couldn't get, like, let me try to get my English language working again. I do not have a PB to give. Like, if that's anything to go by, I do not have a PB to give for Super Mario World. And even then, like, I am not one of those types of people who, oh, excuse me. Like, I don't understand, like, a lot of the glitches. I don't know a lot of the strategies. Like, I am not intelligent in that sense of the word. Or fairly any sense of the word. I mean, that's just the thing. It's like, the problem is with speedrunning is that for a lot of people, speedrunning has kind of eliminated the concept of loving the game and has basically devolved into how hard can we break this game while keeping it functional in order to beat it. You play Kaizo. Oh my god. Yeah, no. I get angry way the fuck too easily. If I tried to play a Kaizo game, I'd probably wind up destroying something in the process. You know what, let's... Oh no, I can't play any Saturn games. I still need to delete these from my fucking library. Like, there's only a handful of these that actually fucking work for some reason, because fucking Saturn emulation, you have to sacrifice something to the blood gods in order to actually get a game to work. Dreamcast works just fine, though. I mean, I could play a little Killer Instinct. I'm not good at it, but I can play. I'm gonna fucking put a dent in the game's AI in order to play it. It's like, I am not a part of the FGC. I'm not part of the speedrunning community. I am, in fact, not part of much any community. Actually, no. The community that I'm a part of is the archival community. Oh, thank you for the GG. We're just gonna knock that down to fucking easy shit. Yeah, kind of a pity that it doesn't track a lot of other things very well, but that's also partially due in part to, like, just the fact that the camera I'm using is not great, the lighting in my office is definitely not great.
Supreme victory. Orchid.
Do I clip? Honestly, I don't really have any moments that I consider worth clipping. Oh shit. I mean, granted, I have been trying to, I've been trying to get back into regularly playing Dead by Daylight. The problem is, as a killer main, it's like, the game is not fair to killer players. And that's not just me, like, sitting here going like, oh, why aren't they nice to me? It's more that, like, from an observation perspective, I mean, hey, it's like, my opinion is, like, if anybody wants to clip me doing anything, go right ahead. Just so long as it's not, like, I don't know, me when I am, like, completely fucking blackout drunk. Okay, Lewin, you do fine because you have more time in the game than I do, and, like, you adjust well to your MMR. I do not. Okay, hang on a second. I need to see something here real quick. The only clips we need are when you're stupid, but why clip when we have VOD? Gee, aren't my mods the best? Hang on a second, I need to see here. Why do you call me stupid? Stop, Lewin, you're bullying me. Why do you bully me? Come on. No mercy moves. Most current characters with 2 uniques. Okay, where's the goddamn move guide then? Not to bully if truth. You know what? You're right. Glacius, Spinal, Orchid, Chief Thunder, Fulgore, Saberwolf. There we go. Stand 1 character distance away. Oh, right. Damn it! I was too late. Yeah, I stream simultaneously. I stream across YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, and fucking Twitter. Give me that card so I can order cheese fries. Oh, trust me, fucking... I honestly think TikTok doesn't really fucking care at this point, because I am a literally who in their eyes. That, and I don't have any contract or anything like that signed to them, so it's like, the fuck can they do? Oh god, fucking Riptor is gonna fucking rip me a new one. Yep, here it comes. Nope, you can't do it. Your views are so high they can't see you anymore because they just think you're part of the scenery. This was actually one of the games that I regularly played as a kid, just no idea what I was doing most of the time. Oh shit. The funny thing is about Cinder is that you can fucking pull off stupid fucking combos incredibly easy with him. Thank you for another GG. Oh god, I can't stand the combos stage music. Of course, it also depends on which version of his stage you get, because he has 2 versions of the fucking stage. It's like, look, there's a reason why I use my initials as ass. You are a rock or a blade of grass. And down I go. The problem is, even on easy, like, even if you put the difficulty to easy, it's like, the game will punish sloppy gameplay, and unfortunately, that is just what I'm full of, is sloppy gameplay. Let's see, will I make it past Spinal? Oh, will I make it past the mirror match? The one thing that I find funny about Saberwolf is the fact that he's a reference to an old like an old Rareware game. Like, my favorite characters in Killer Instinct are Saberwolf, Riptor, and Spinal. Granted, in the reboot, fucking Spinal and Fulgore are, like, a couple of my favorites. Not necessarily because of their character play, but because of their themes. Typo 3 and Warlord are just, they can fucking just absolute great band. Like, great fucking bops. I mean, that's one way to do it. Oh, this is where my run ends. There we go. There's one game that was on the Super Nintendo that I'm just like, it's cool that it's on the Super Nintendo, but it got nerfed to high hell and it plays like absolute dog shit. And that was Doom. Like, it is the worst version of Doom that you will ever play anywhere outside of, like, maybe, I don't know if it was on any sort of handheld. Yeah, like this right here. This is a insult to Doom. Also, thanks for the GGs. Like, this game is a insult to the license. Let's... Is there something else I feel like playing before bouncing to some Dead by Daylight? Granted, when I switch over to Dead by Daylight, I'm going to have to kill the VRC avatar because, unfortunately, because Dead by Daylight utilizes EAC, it's like VRC uses EAC, Dead by Daylight uses EAC, and unfortunately, two games running EAC at the same time just won't work. And technically, yes, the program that I'm using to play these old games is called MUVR, EMUVR. It is a front end that utilizes RetroArch as its backbone. Then run another PC. Yes, let me just run another PC. Let me just open my wallet and buy another PC, especially with hardware costs nowadays. Granted, if I could afford to just fucking slap down the fucking money to do that, I probably would. But that would also probably drive my electric bill, which is already fucking up the roof, even further. You could buy a PC, but you can't buy me food? No, I said if I could. I didn't say I could. I'm saying if. If. Keyword if. Got lucky and got wholesome PC hardware before the RAM problem. Yeah. Yeah, Gunbird. So Gunbird had an interesting history in its porting. So the first Gunbird only came to the United States under the title Mobile Light Force. They took all of the fucking, like, all of the extras out of the game. They stripped it fucking bare because of the asshole company that was porting it. But Gunbird 2 got an official port through Capcom, which is also why Morgan is a hidden character in the Dreamcast version. And what's funny is, the original Gunbird was on PlayStation, but again, like I said, the English version that we got was a badly butchered port called Mobile Light Force, despite the fact that, you know, the game menus and everything said Gunbird. Which gets even more fucking hilarious when you realize that when a Mobile Light Force 2 was made, it wasn't Gunbird 2. It was not a Gunbird 2 port for the PlayStation 2. Instead, it was a fucking port of a PS2 game called Castle of Shikigami. Which is ridiculous because you would think, okay, well, you're using the Mobile Light Force name, so maybe it would be a port of Gunbird 2, because the first Mobile Light Force was just Gunbird. Nope. Castle of Shikigami. Completely unrelated. Same developer, just completely unrelated game. It's like same developer, same genre. It's like, as an archivist of old games, finding this history out fucking infuriates me to no end, because it's one of those things where it's like, oh hey, we're gonna take this game, we're gonna give it a completely different fucking name, and then we're going to create a sequel that's just the port of a different game altogether. And the thing is, I have both. Like, I have both fucking games in my library. Technically, all 4 games in my library. Which is a real fucking... Like, it's like flushing your eyes with vinegar. That's how insulting looking at Mobile Light Force versus the PlayStation port of Gunbird is. It's like, I am very passionate about this shit, so you might be able to understand, it pisses me off more than a little. Super Famicom games. There are a handful of Super Fammy games that are like, I know they got ported to the US. I'm glad they got ported to the US. But then when you play the original, like, SFC version compared to the Super Nintendo version, you realize something was lost in translation. Like, there's a whole fucking video that I want to go over where it's, like, talking about the differences between, it's like the difference between Assault Suits Vulcan and Cybernator. like, some changes that were made, I'm just kind of like, okay, well, you play the real ones, saying if it wasn't for the internet, you wouldn't know about them. I mean, yeah, that's fine. But, like, there were some changes made to Assault Suits Vulcan that I'm just kind of like, or to Cybernator from Assault Suits Vulcan, I'm just kind of like, I understand, but I don't agree with. Like, for example, in the final mission in Assault Suits Vulcan, when you're inside the enemy capital and you reach the president has this whole speech about how, like, nothing's going to change, how, you know, it's like, oh, you being here changes nothing, blah, blah, blah. And then he proceeds to kill himself. Like, it's a tiny fucking sprite, but it's obvious to see that he pulls out a pistol and he kills himself. And, like, while I don't necessarily agree with the fact that that entire sequence was removed from Cybernator, I kind of understand. Because, you know, in America, they kind of viewed the Super Nintendo as kind of like a kid's toy. You know, gaming, we weren't at the point where people were able to accept that gaming could be used as a platform to tell serious stories. I mean, I don't disagree. I am very much a advocate. What's the word I'm looking for? Not necessarily. Like, I am very much part of the anti-censorship crowd. I believe that all censorship is a bad thing. It's like, unless it is something that is explicitly breaking the law, like, I feel like a lot of censorship is just done out of ignorance, or because people want to control a narrative. The problem is, though, is that businesses don't view things the same way. A lot of corporations view, like, they'll view censorship and be like, ah, yes, if we censor things, then it'll please our investors. Yeah, but let's be real, even Grand Theft Auto has fucking softened their fucking edge over the years. Like, look at what they did to the whole entire definitive edition of Grand Theft Auto 5. They removed a lot of what they considered harmful jokes or other things like that, because God forfend, someone might get offended at a fucking video game. And it fucking pisses me off, because it's like, wait a minute, aren't you guys the same people that would, like, make these jokes, but also at the same time show why some of these jokes are bad in the first place? Like, you can make a joke and not necessarily, like, try to encourage it.
it's one of the big issues that I have with a lot of media presentation nowadays. It's just that people don't understand that writing fiction or something like that that's troubling or quote-unquote problematic does not mean that the author or programmers or whatever necessarily like believe in or encourage that kind of behavior. And the problem is, a lot of these fucking psychological doorstops who sit here and try to say that it's like, oh, but if you watch these things or you read these things, then you believe these things are okay. It's like, okay, so I love horror movies. Does that mean I agree that murder is okay? You know, I like crime dramas. Does that mean I believe that fucking crime is good? That crime is good. I don't care about nothing chilling. Anything I watch or play, it's not gonna faze you. Like, I know for a good period of time on fucking TikTok, there was a group of people trying to sit here saying, if you like horror movies, then you're morally bankrupt. You're a bad person. And I'm just sitting here going like, I'm sorry, are you stupid? Like, no, are you clinical? You know, it's like the word I would use to describe you for thinking this way, I'm not allowed to say anymore thanks to the fucking internet getting its shit in a huff. But, like, are you clinical? Like, I give these people the same degree of grief that I gave to fucking Otherkin back in the early 2010s. It's like, it is hard to take your shit seriously. You identify as a toaster. Exactly. Ah, shit. I can't afford a game over here. God fucking damn you! This is, Gunbird 2 on the Dreamcast. Fuck! Alright, take good care, Pepper. Fuck! What version of Gunbird do you have? Ah, god damn it. Oh, okay. The one that was on PS4 and Steam, that was just a rip of the or like a direct port of the arcade version, wasn't it? I still haven't gotten the Steam version, even though it's like it's cheap as chips. Did you know that if you don't get good, you actually get bad? But I see you already know this. Fuck you, Lewin. Don Robo Gang. Doronbo Gang. That was Don Robo. Stop vibing. Shut up. I'm allowed to vibe. But allow me. Okay. Enjoy yourself, Taylor. It's like, allow me to show you the reason why. The reason why fucking Mobile Light Force will forever have my ire. So, first things first. Let's just boot up Mobile Light Force, shall we? Just to give you an idea. There it is. Uh-oh, did I get a haunted PlayStation? That is a haunted PlayStation. PlayStation, licensed by... Ah! Yeah, I'm sorry. If I ever got this kind of error on my PlayStation, I think I would probably fucking scream. Let's try that again. Please don't be haunted this time. Thank you. It's like, thank you for cooperating this time. Oh, excess games. A rare Clippy.
Notice how it just breezes through everything? Just glosses over it real fucking fast. But it's very clearly fucking... Now, let me show you. Let me just show you. What it's actually supposed to look like. If my mouse would please, I need to get a new mouse. The scroll wheel on this thing is fucked. Oh, Harmful Park is a great game. I just don't understand why it never came to the U.S. Like, it's your standard fare shmup, just with a goofy. Would you count it as a cute 'em up? Now that I think about it. JonTron. So, mind you, this is the Japanese opening for Gunbird. Are we gonna fly the waffle iron? Nah, there's only... No, Screams localization! Wait. We gotta Andrew Ryan this, hang on.
No, screams the localizer. That's too Japanese.
Nah, when it comes to Gunbird, there's really only two characters that I play as, depending on which game I'm playing. If it's the original Gunbird, I only really play Marion, and if it's Gunbird 2, it's either Marion or Morgan, if I'm playing on the Dreamcast port. I will be completely honest, at least the Japanese PlayStation port of Gunbird got a hell of a lot more love than even the arcade version did. But then again, it's an arcade game. It's really not supposed to... You're not supposed to sit there and watch the fucking intro for an arcade game. I think the biggest difference between arcade and PS1 is the fact that, for one, the arcade version lacks the anime intro. It also lacks, the audio quality is slightly different, and the characters actually have, voiced dialogue in the PS1 version compared to the arcade version. The arcade version is basically just very cut and dry. I'll just go through the first... I'll go through the first stage just to... give you an idea.
and then I'll bounce over to the arcade version. It's like, bear in mind the music, the scroll even. The screen may also be Is the screen looking a little gray? Ah, here we go.
一足遅かったようだね。伝説の魔境は私たちトランプがいただくよ。
いただくぜ。いただきます。
Alright, let me just clear the first boss here. Okay, so that's the PlayStation version. Let's see here, arcade. Scroll down here. Gunbird. That's Gunbird 2. There's Gunbird. Oops. Also be due to the... Hang on a second. It could also be due to the emulation trying to add scan lines and shit to it that's really kind of bogging it down a little bit. Regretfully, I am unaware of how to fucking shut the scan lines off. Yeah, it's like normally the boss that you face as the first boss in the PlayStation version is the first boss that you face on your second loop in the arcade version. It's like, I don't know why it is, but it's like, the music is lower quality, the overall lack of features. Like, rarely have I ever seen a fucking, like, a home console port that actually does the job better than the arcade version. Like, it's not a bad game, it's just kind of like, why on earth is the... Ikaruga. Do I have Ikaruga? Was that even an arcade game? Am I being stupid? I'm being stupid, aren't I? I don't think... If it is, I don't think I have it. Unless it's on a different system. Ikaruga. Yeah, I know what Ikaruga is. I just don't know. Like, I don't. GameCube and Dreamcast. Ooh, GameCube. Actually, do I have it on Dreamcast? There, that's the question. No, I do not. Well, let's check GameCube then. This is a emulator running off of my collection. Alright, then I'm probably going to have to try to look... Oh, hey, look, I actually do have Ikaruga on GameCube. The problem is I don't know how well GameCube emulation is going to run while I'm streaming, because it might try to... Like, running VRC, this, and streaming all at the same time might be enough to push it over the edge to have a stroke. No. No. No, it does not want to run. That is unfortunate. I'll have to look up the Dreamcast version of it at some point. Because this thing runs Dreamcast just fucking fine. Like, absolutely fucking spanky. Like, fucking... Where is it? Just grab fucking... Whoop. Come on. Come here.
The House of the Dead.
Or at least normally it plays just fine.
G over.
Zoom out a smidge. Is that better? Mind you, on horizontal, like, the screen is basically teeny-weeny now.
Please be safe, G. How could anyone do this?
I mean, normally it would be tracked by my headset, but I'm using desktop mode.
G! James, I tried. Don't underestimate the enemy. James, take this.
Yeah.
Harry and Amy are coming to back us up. Hurry! Go! Thanks, G. I don't want to die!
Nobody wants to die,
My
buddy.
God.
Don't come!
This game is the reason you're scared of zombies.
Please, help him!
Don't kill me! There was nothing we could do.
There was nothing we could do. I shot him, but there was nothing we can do. It's okay to ask, what type of emulator is this? I've never seen it before. It looks sick. Okay, so let me give you the short and sassy version of it. This is MUVR, EMUVR. It is a front end that utilizes RetroArch as its backbone. So it's like there are a lot of consoles that it is like it uses libretro cores as its like basis. That's what I'm trying to say. Like the problem is it's like labels, stuff like that, you're gonna have to like hunt down yourself. Rather take a bullet than become a zombie. No kidding. That is definitely the way to go. It's like, I would much rather fucking be shot in the face than become a fucking brain muncher. And while I'm not gonna say it supports a lot, like so many systems you wouldn't believe, but the problem is that some systems don't. Like, yeah, it supports them, kind of. House of the Dead brain munchers, they got fucking... Especially the further in you get, like when you get to those fuckers that can phase through the fucking walls, or they just start teleporting all over the place. Like, who the fuck let Goku teach these things instant transmission? I hate the fact that when I switched the actual models for these things, all of my labels no longer work. For some fucking reason, the labels just will not apply to these things. They just all are fucking blank-ass white. Thank you for the follow. Where is it? There it is. Okie dokie.
Welcome, Gunrunner. Good luck. You have completed level 1.
The Atari Lynx. It was a strange duck of a console. Well, handheld.
Good luck. The outside wall is back.
It does have one Boopy Gem sound card. One thing that made the Lynx a very unique specimen was the fact that they decided it's like, hey, let's make this the fucking P90 of handheld consoles. We're gonna make it ambidextrous.
Seconds to follow shotgun.
Granted, if I try to actually flip the screen, because there is a button to allow you to flip the screen, unfortunately, doing so will cause it to crash. It's like the original one, you could actually, you know, push the flip button to make the screen rotate. And, like, that was a very unique concept. But, like I said, with emulation, trying to flip the screen, yeah, you'll just crash the game.
You have completed level 4. Welcome to the food tower.
Do I have any Sega Genesis stuff? Who, buddy, do I? Hello, Chibi Robo. Sorry to hear about your franchise. It's so wild, isn't it? You know, you had the Game Gear, you had the Lynx, both of which were competing against the fucking Game Boy, and yet somehow, that little slugger still managed to oust its competition. Got good news for the first time in 10 years! Can we go with tempo? Tempo. See if I have it. Like, unfortunately, I can't play what I don't have. That reminds me, I need to get Thunder Force 4. T-E-T-E-T-E-R. I do not have a tempo game. The Lynx sucked compared to Game Gear, but Game Boy sucked more. That would be the symbol for sulfur, which is also referred to as a Leviathan cross in certain circles. Socket. 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 Socket to me. Ah, there it is. Let me guess, this was made during the Animals with Attitude era. Oh, right, I gotta turn the volume up a little bit. From when your mom says we have Sonic at home.
I don't know, I see the words Vic Tokai and suddenly my hopes go down. Oh dear, when you were saying it's Sonic at home, we have Sonic at home, I didn't think you were being literal. This is such a weird... One of the cleaner of the animals with attitude games. The way the map is. Yeah, that's what I was just, it's like, a part of me wants to fucking spin dash, but it's like, there's no spin dash, this feels wrong! It's like, how can you make a Sonic clone and then completely forget one of the most quintessential parts of making a Sonic clone? I see. Well, I'm completely fucking lost anyway. Oh, okay, so this is one of those games where they decided it's like, oh, we're not gonna give you a timer, but we're just gonna make sure your health is the timer. I am so glad, for the most part, we have moved beyond the need for fucking timers in games. I'm gonna be fucking surviving by the absolute skin of my teeth here, aren't I? Never mind. Could be like Arcade Gauntlet Dark Legacy, just eats your health for standing around. Yeah, but at least for like, I don't necessarily, what's the words I'm looking for? Like, I don't want to justify it, but at the same time, it's like, it's an arcade game. It needs to fucking make its money somehow. Oh, that's not fucking annoying. It's like, this is socket, and I'm probably gonna let myself die? Oh, that's what they do. Never mind. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna... Yeah, no. Because if I played any more of that, I'd probably wind up hurling it at the wall fucking at light speed. There are certain games that just you put me in front of them, I'm going to probably get angry eventually. Very angry. And this is indeed a game. Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't necessarily hate Spider-Man Maximum Carnage. Because, let's be real, it's probably one of the few LJN games you could sit there and go, yeah, actually, this is playable. But I would be completely remiss if I did not say it did not have some parts that's just kind of like, here, cool, let me find out who developed this and grind the fucking testicles of this person into a fine fucking paste. They will become nicknamed Wasabi Balls Johnson. Of course, if that one's not good enough. Because even emulators have to find a way to circumvent the lock-on system. Nurples the enchilada. There are certain Sega franchises that I kind of wish they would revisit, but unfortunately, I know it's never gonna fucking happen. Like, granted, I was a Nintendo kid growing up. I didn't have a Sega Genesis, I didn't have a Sega Master System. I would like to see Comic Zone 2, I would like to see a remake of fucking Vector Man. Instead, no, we have to get a new goddamn Echo. Fucking dolphin masochism simulator for people who aren't well in the head. If it's not obvious, I'm not a fan of the game. I'm not a fan of the franchise. I look at that game and I wonder, who the fuck hurt the developer? I'm okay. We also have terrible games here, too. Like, absolutely terrible, terrible games. Games that would do undue psychological... as my Twitch chat, don't you dare play that! It's like, there are certain games that exist that would do psychological harm. I know well what that is. Yeah, I think anybody that has experience with what would be considered kusoge understands what Dark Castle is. Kinda like what Action 52 is, except weirdly enough, Action 52 is less of a shit game than this piece of shit. It's like Sega, we want Comic Zone, Jet Set Radio, and Vector Man. Actually, you know what's another game I would like to see? I would like to see... You don't know what Dark Castle is. So, without playing it, imagine an anti-game. That's the best way I can put it. If the purpose of a game is supposed to be having fun, Dark Castle is the opposite of fun. Like, Dark Castle is to the Sega Genesis what fucking, Takeshi's Challenge was to the Famicom. Like, it was a game developed by people who don't understand how games are supposed to work. It is a game in the sense that you are a character and you can move and do things. However, like, okay. Let me put it to you like this. The sound effects are fucking horrible. The gameplay is fucking horrible. The music is repetitive. Like, it is... The music for Dark Castle, it's literally just toccata and fugue on an infinite loop. Not the full song, just a little bit of it. And if you want to fucking turn the music off, you have to do it when the music is when the music is not playing, when there is a pause in the music. Because if you turn off the fucking music while the music is going, it will sustain the fucking note you stopped it on. Not even worth telling Game Grumps about. AVGN did an entire episode on Dark Castle. Like, on each version of Dark Castle. And the Genesis version is by far probably the worst. Fucking Comic Zone, that was a great game. But no, a game that I would like to see remade. Like, a reboot, remake, however you want to look at it. I would love to see A Haunting with Poltergeist. I would love to see a remake of A Haunting with Poltergeist. Because it only exists in one place, and they never bothered remaking it. They never bothered remaking it, revisiting it, Just, nope, they left it forgotten. Is it because it's a bad game? Probably not. Is it because it's a game that really is kind of forgettable? Yeah, kinda. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, it's the best game ever, you don't understand. It's very much a, well, that was a game. To be fair, the gameplay of a Haunting, it gets repetitive fast. Honestly, I think the reason why Sega forgot about a lot of their other titles is because they keep on trying to blow the smoke up everybody's ass saying, we're not a company that focuses on retro. We're not a retro company. Meanwhile, I'm just sitting here going, hold up. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. As they went mad with Echo till everyone said it sucks ass on PS2. Oh god, what was that? Defender of the Future or some shit? No, but the thing that really gets me is the fact that Sega had the balls, the brass fucking cojones, to sit there, stare the gaming public in the eye, say, we don't do retro, we're not about retro, when asked if, hey, would you guys be considering doing a Sega Saturn Classic or a Sega Dreamcast Classic? And the thing is, they're sitting there going like, oh, we're not a retro company anymore, blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, all of the fucking franchises that they're trying to revive all rely strongly on a player base that lives on retro, that lives on nostalgia. It's free money if they did a Dreamcast Classic. Exactly. Just like it's free money if they did a fucking Saturn Classic, because there are plenty of good Saturn games. Sega uses nostalgia pandering so much, specifically with the Sonic franchise. Yeah, fucking Sega right now just kind of like they are milking that tit as dry as they possibly can, and it's like, look, I'm not saying that there can't be good Sonic games. I'm not saying that there can't be. It's just, I don't know. I feel like one of the big issues that Sega has involving the Sonic franchise in and of itself is the fact that Sega does not want to let anything sit in the oven the amount of time it needs to. Like a new Golden Axe, that would be fantastic. Even though I'm not a huge fan of the original game. Like, I'm not a huge fan. But I can also agree that, you know, it's like, hey, this is the era where a lot of people are doing co-op. A lot of people are doing cooperative. There are a lot, I mean a lot, of fucking games. Okay, Splatterhouse, here's the problem though with Splatterhouse. Splatterhouse is not Sega. Splatterhouse is Namco. And Namco tried to do a new Splatterhouse, and it fell through the fucking floor. I'm not saying I didn't like it. The public didn't like it. At least not enough of the public. Like, the funny thing is, the first Splatterhouse game, it's not on Sega Genesis. It appears in two places. One is the arcade, which I believe, see here. Wait, what's already in here? Oh, Cowboys of Moo Mesa. And unfortunately, fucking Saturn emulation, like I've said before, it's like... The problem with Saturn emulation is because the Sega Saturn was such a fucking bizarre beast. Like, in and of itself, the Sega Saturn was such a fucking crazy contraption. Like, I don't know how in the fuck they got that thing to work in the first place. Aside from a hope, a prayer, and maybe a blood sacrifice to Mount Fuji. But it's like, between... It's crazy because the Sega Saturn and the Nintendo 64, they are ancient consoles in the timeline. In the grand timeline of things, the Nintendo 64 and the Sega Saturn are incredibly ancient consoles. And yet, somehow, it is easier to fucking emulate a PlayStation 3 than it is the Nintendo 64. You just gotta sing it a happy little song, then it'll magically work. Down I go. Of course, the other place that Splatterhouse would appear in the US, because as far as I'm aware, I don't think we got the arcade version in the United States, but we did get... I remember even fucking stumbling across the goddamn comic advertising this thing when I was a kid. Pull this out here. It was a weird little prequel kind of story, kind of like they had one for Bonk and they had one for Splatterhouse. It was like an advertisement made into a mini comic that you would find tucked in between the pages of like Spider-Man or other stuff like that. The 90s were a wild time. Of course, one of the first things many people will notice if they play the Japanese version and then also play the American version is one of the big fucking changes. Why is why is the Terror Mask red? I know the answer, and it's fucking stupid. Nah, you found the fucking old Splatterhouse T16 fucking comic. But it's like the whole entire reason why the terror mask was turned red for the first game, and only the first game, and the reason is it's so fucking stupid. It's so fucking stupid. Because they were worried they were going to get fucking sued. The old horror pulps. But it's like they didn't want to get sued by the Friday, like the IP holder for the Friday the 13th franchise, because they thought, oh, if our character, he's wearing like a boiler suit kind of look going on and he's got the whole white mask thing going on, we don't want to step on any toes in America, so we're going to have to make some changes. Some really fucking stupid changes, might I add. For example, one of the bosses, you are fighting a crucifix. It is a evil possessed crucifix in the Japanese version. Yeah, it's not in this version. And that's also because at the time, most North American releases, they were just trying to sit there and go like, yeah, we can't have any mentions of like religion or anything like that, which is really fucking stupid, like what they did to Castlevania. You're a fucking vampire hunter. One of fucking the Belmont's trademark weapons is a cross. So why in the fuck does a vampire hunter need to use what is now called a boomerang, and instead of being shaped like a cross, it's shaped like a plus? Thanks, American localization, you fuckheads. And I think, like, the thing that makes me laugh about the whole entire change of the turning the fucking cross into a weird plus symbol and calling it from a cross to a boomerang, what makes me laugh was the fact that it's like, okay, you gotta change that because, oh, we don't want to step on any toes. Meanwhile, you're still using fucking holy water. It's like, okay, make it make sense. Yeah. Because, you know, fucking horror iconography and stuff like that, that's perfectly fine. You know, the whole concept of blood and death and gore, that's all fine, but don't let the kids see them titties. Then again, fucking Squaresoft did the same thing with, whatever the first Final Fantasy was that actually featured, Shiva as a summonable character, because, like, they changed Shiva, they changed Siren, Like, I don't know if they took crosses out of Final Fantasy. I'm sure they probably did. But I definitely, though, if they probably did to any game, it would probably be fucking Dragon Warrior. You know, what we called Dragon Quest for the fucking stupidest goddamn reason. Granted, there are certain games that got name changes in the US that I am perfectly content with. So, it's like long story short, I was heading home from work with a friend, and he likes to listen to video game music, which, you know, that's cool. It's one of the reasons why we vibe. And he's got this music playing, and I'm like, wait a minute, that sounds very familiar. That's Game Boy. Like, I recognize the audio chip. That is Game Boy. And I'm like, that's sort of Hope. And apparently, the Japanese name for Sword of Hope was Selection. And I'm just like, I beg your finest fucking pardon. Yeah, this is where I'm gonna die. No, this is Splatterhouse. The original Friday the 13th is a terrible fucking game. Like, you couldn't pay me to play the original Friday the 13th. Ow. Like, I could show you the original Friday the 13th. Ah, shit. No, it's like this is the funny thing. Everybody tries to say that the original, especially when you got a Punch-Out style fight Jason with a toothbrush. Yeah. Like, there are several issues that make Friday the 13th on the NES practically unfucking playable. But then there's also a game that a lot of people shit on, but, like, has weirdly enough, unironically become one of my favorites. Like, here's the thing. I know people shit on it, but I feel like, if this game had just a touch more love, like maybe a little more time spent in the oven, it would have been remembered more reverently. Now, mind you, I am going to be a cheaty bastard, mostly because I'm just not feeling it right now. Nintendo Entertainment System. Oh, wait, that's right. Is it A Nightmare on Elm Street, or is it just Nightmare on Elm Street? Give me a second. Let me get a little closer to the screen so I can actually fucking see. I mean, the spawn rates for Nightmare on Elm Street aren't necessarily wacky. A lot, like, I think there are 3 weak points that this game suffers from. And I'm one to actually, having played and beaten this game repeatedly, yes, cheating, but still. The problems that this game suffers from is, one, a lot of the level design is very samey. Like, there are at least 4 stages that all feel very samey. Because you got 4 fucking houses you have to go through, and it gets repetitive. The daytime awake hour, or not daytime, but the awake version of the game is just miserable. Not necessarily because it's bad, it's just you don't have access to your Dream Warrior powers or anything like that. Also, and this is just me fucking griping to gripe, there are certain stages where the jump precision, it's stupid high. Like, you have to be pixel fucking perfect. And these aren't jumps you can avoid. Another area where I feel like this game kind of falls short is the enemy designs. Like, some of them are perfectly fine. Like, okay, sure, spiders, I get that. But flies? Bats, okay, sure, you're kind of reaching. Oh no, it's the other Battletoads hand! Yes, because, believe it or not, this game was developed by Rare. Actually, I wondered, was this game developed before Battletoads or after? Yep. it's one of the reasons why I kind of get irritated whenever people try to sit there and go like, oh, it's an LJN game. It's like, no, it's not LJN game. LJN is the publisher. Like, a publisher has no, well, I mean, I was about to say, they have no control over what the developers put out, and that's not true. It's like a publisher has every right to look at a product produced, look at the developer and go, what the fuck are you thinking? I see. I guess this was made during Rare's looking for work arc. No, those are his tongue. It's like those are his tongue that he's just repeatedly spitting out multiple copies of. Yeah, exactly. We got a fellow nerd fan here. It's Boo! Haunted House! So you fight his ball arm and head. What next? A bat leg? His hat is next. I think... Like, here's the thing. This is the thing that pisses me off the most about this game. So, each boss gets progressively more and more kind of meh. Like, they kind of change it up a little bit later on, because, you know, you'll fight a bedsheet ghost version of Freddy, which is a joke. You fight a weird fucking Mr. Burns bird version of Freddy, which I think is supposed to be a gargoyle. Then they get really fucking lazy and go, hey, you remember how you had to fight his hand and then his head? And then his hand again, except it was free-floating? Well, now you have to fight the free-floating hand and his head at the same time. Well, okay, so there's a story, right? There is a story. This is not the Nightmare on Elm Street game that Rare wanted to develop. This is the compromise. Because the original pitch that they had would have had the players assuming the role of Freddy Krueger himself, trying to kill the Elm Street kids before they could destroy his bones. Utilizing his ability to transform in the dream to take them out. I'm pretty sure you can imagine what the fucking meeting with the Nintendo executives must have looked like when they first pitched this idea. Like, I wish I could have been a fly on the wall. You know, it's like, imagine being in the same room as the Rare executive, sitting there saying, so yeah, we want to make this game where you play as a dream demon and your whole objective is to kill a bunch of teenagers. To Nintendo, a family company. Well, no, you see, the problem is that the Friday the 13th game is also a game where you're playing as a fucking counselor. We never got an LJN Tremors game. Oh man, that would have been glorious. The family company who makes love hotels and gambling cards. Yes, that family company. The family company that likes to see families being made and broken, apparently. You know, I gotta say, thinking about the old Famicom, I can't help but stop and think, it's like, why didn't we get some of the features that were present in the Famicom in the NES? I mean, like, yeah, they would have been fucking weird, but at the same time, at least then certain games would make sense. For example, you know, the infamous Legend of Zelda Pulse Voice situation. You know, the old man sits there and tells you, oh yes, a loud noise will do it in. Okay, cool. How the fuck do I make a loud noise? Say, pow! Texas Chainsaw was Atari. Nice. See, what we needed was the fucking that Konami fucking head scope for fucking Legend of Zelda. Just get into a fight with a Pulse Voice and just start yelling, fire, fire, fire. Basically, it's like the way that weird Konami, whatever the fuck the scope was called, it's like it registered any hard, I think it was like any hard consonant sound. Or maybe any hard vowel sound, or any sound that cracked a certain decibel range. You say, yeah, you... Wonder what Spanish words you could have said. It's like, you say Skullbat. I say it looks like fucking Mr. Burns. Sperm snakes. Oh yeah, the angry fucking chomping sperm. Well, that was me being dumb. like invincibility doesn't do much to fucking death pits. Okay. Who is ready to see the worst, and I mean the worst, boss design fucking ever? Sounds similar to Steve Buscemi. I'm being haunted by the ghost of arts and crafts! It's like I'm being attacked by Bedsheet Freddy along with his fucking finger puppet ghost minions. Oh, hang on. Oh, for some odd reason, my throat fucking dried up. Oh. Oh, great. Now I can't unhear the fucking... It's like, here comes Freddy, and all of a sudden you just hear... Oh, God. Did we all have one of those growing up? Or at least have one in our schools? I won't put a Freddy face on it. Put a Freddy face on it and put a couple of fucking toothpick arms on it. Oh God, I could imagine fucking one of them going off is fucking annoying. I can only imagine all three getting triggered at once. It's like, look, I know they're electronic. I know they're probably slightly expensive. However, I'm going to turn these things into fucking piñata practice if you don't fucking turn them off. Christmas lights, they play the Christmas song tune in those. You know, I stop and I think there are certain sounds, certain objects that I kind of associate with the time period that I grew up in. You know, it's like the 90s and stuff like that. Like, we had, it was like, one of my friends had one. It was kind of a wand, but you would also find this in the form of like a blaster or something else. It played the same... Oh, wow. Fucking sames. It's like I was born quarter one of 86. Exactly. It's like, it would be, one of the sounds was a laser, another sound would be like a rolling laser sound, or another one would be an explosion, an alarm sound. You bugged your brother with it. it's like, to me, that was just one of those things where it's like, if you grew up in that time period, it was just a normal part. Ceramic Christmas tree with the little glass nubs. Nah, shit. What's really hilarious to me, though, is that whenever I see people sitting here, namely Gen Z, Gen Alpha kids who are sitting here. Yeah, that's how we English. They're sitting here saying how, like, oh, you guys had it so much easier back then, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, motherfucker, I was a child. I was a fucking child back then. Of course I had it fucking easier. And even then, it's like, okay, sure, they could sit there and be like, oh, you had it so much easier, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, okay, look, let me level with you. My mother was a single mother because my father killed himself when I was 5. You know, my father removed himself from the equation very early on. As a adult, I don't blame him for it. You know, as a kid, I didn't understand mental health challenges. I didn't understand depression or other things like that. As an adult, I kind of understand it. But it's like, my mother was a single parent. We were living in low-income housing. Which, what's really funny to me is looking back at what low income meant back in California in, like, the 90s. It's like, oh, hey, you live in a California apartment that's low income run by Section 8. How much is it a month? Well, you know, not much, just, like, 4 figures. Not much. 4 figures, and that's still barely enough to get by. Even back then, California was a shithole. But it's like, more often than not, my mother was working long fucking hours just to make ends meet. So I was either home alone, or I was with the neighbor. And it's like, surprise fucking surprise. I had to grow up. I had to grow up fucking fast. Is this the one the AVGN took a do you I'm going to quote a meme here, you know, just like, do you know how little that narrows it down? I think this is the one that, I think James tried to take a shit on this one, but then fucking Freddy killed him. You know, it's not like Friday the 13th, where when he tried to... Jason tried to make him play it, he wound up getting his head fucking blown off at the end. I honestly, I can't get excited for Disney's Marvel films. So remember when I said there are certain jumps that are fucking pixel perfect? Yeah, Avengers Doomsday. I'm just sitting here going, I mean, yeah, you guys can try. Talk to you later. Like, I don't know, I look at... I saw that and I appreciate that. I don't post often, but I mostly focus around, like, old gaming, old man ranting, or tokusatsu related stuff. Trailed off as Disney went too much on Marvel stuff. Just give me the next Deadpool to laugh. Or, yeah. I don't know. Like... I feel like... I don't know. Like, there are words that I want to say, but I don't know quite what order to put them in. My favorite NES game... Got a case of vocabulary salad. Honestly, like, favorite... NES game's kind of a mixed bag. Like, I tend not to lean too far into favor for one game over another. But, like, there are certain games that I could fucking endlessly play. For example, Nightmare on Elm Street. Is it a garbage game? Not really. Could it use a lot more polish and love? Yeah, definitely. See, the problem with me and Wario's Woods is that once again, it is a puzzle game. It is. I have more often than not, as my mod on Twitch would say, I have a case of the dumb. Nightshade, the claws of It's like, I don't know why, whenever I think of Wario's Woods, it just kind of makes me think of Panic Bomber. Yeah. It's like it was a detective game. And, like, don't get me wrong, it was an interesting concept, and it was executed at the best of its ability. And would you believe me if I told you that this is actually the fucking final boss of the game that you will encounter every single time you're in the dream world? Like, at first I thought the Freddy encounters when you stay too long in the dream realm were just like, oh, this is, you know, you have to fight Freddy and fend him off. Until I actually beat the game. and the final Freddy confrontation, I was ready for something like the big Freddy Serpent from fucking Dream Warriors or something like that. Or some big weird, like, Freddy amalgam. Nope. Instead, you get a boss rush of every version of Freddy that you have fought up to this point. And then the boring-ass runs back and forth, summons little hands Freddy. Yeah, like something, right? You know, something with a bit more chutzpah. Instead, you get this. Like, the whole ending sequence of this game makes me feel like they were under crunch, or they were under pressure from Nintendo or LJN to publish this fucking thing already. I put on my robe and wizard hat. I wonder if Robin Beanland or Grant Kirkhope did the music for this. Hey. Come on. And here it comes. I hate the fact that they have to add the fucking trademark logo after every mention of Freddy. I am curious. I am very curious. Curious and curiouser. So, I am going to leave this on a static screen really quick. As I Alt-Tab, I'm going to take a quick look to see who the composer was for A Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh, it was David Wise. Still a pretty big fucking name. You know what, just for shits and giggles, one last thing. Unfortunately, I can't do Nintendo 64 because it starts to freak the fuck out. Let's see, which one was this again? The Aladdin on SNES. No. Last thing I need is to get hit in the side of the head with a copyright claim. Yeah, unfortunately, it's also why playing any Star Wars game is a bit of a pain in the ass. Ah, shit.
I don't know why my frame rate's kind of skipping around a little bit. Oh wait, did I already kill Agni? Gonna feel mighty fucking sheepish if that's the case. Wait, no. It's not fucking Ognim that I have to fight, it's... I have to go to the Tower of Ganon. Well, that's fucking... Okay, yeah, so I do have to... I need to find my way to the fucking Tower of Ganon. I believe I've already gotten this. Yes. Fuck! God, I hate those little fuckers. Wait, have I already cleared this fucking dungeon? I don't think I have. I legit was about to have a goddamn coronary. No, it's Shantae. Fucking... You miserable shit.
God, I hate the fact that this thing decided to pick Spike Trap to be near. And unless one of these is a push block. Cool. Fucking wonderful. I hate my life. What good is a mirror shield if it cannot reflect beams? Yeah. You know what? That seems like a great place to stop. That seems like a real fucking dandy place to stop. I'm hungry anyway, so I will end stream here. Thank you for everybody who came. I'll come back later, either tomorrow or maybe later today. I don't know. Appreciate all you who came and followed. I'll catch you later.